everyone, and welcome to your Friday Food Fix. My name is Jonathan from from Heavy Set Dreams, and today I've got a really fun and exciting recipe for you. It's a mushroom quinoa. I'm going to actually modify it a little bit. We're going to put in a little bit of flank steak just to kind of give us that extra leafy goodness. But in general, quinoa is really good because it's really high in fiber. It's high in protein, so for you post-bariatric patients, that's very good. There's about 8 grams of protein in a serving. And then on top of that, it's also got a few of the omega-3 fatty acids. It's a very small amount, but hey, it's still there. So that way you can be very healthy at the same time as still kind of getting your starchy fix. So anyways, we're going to actually start this off by starting up the quinoa. I actually went ahead and put in 2 cups of water and started to bring that to a boil. To that, I'm actually going to add 1 cup of chicken stock. And the reason, you can actually use all water if you want to. I actually like to use the chicken stock because it actually adds a little bit more flavor to the mix. And from there, we are going to add 1 cup, or actually 1.5 cups of quinoa. Now this is enough for about 6 servings altogether. And in general, when you're making quinoa, you always want to do 2 parts water or some other kind of liquid to 1 part quinoa. So in this case, I've got 1.5 cups of quinoa to 3 cups of total liquid. So you want to actually put that in, mix it up a little bit, and bring it to a boil. From there, we're actually going to start chopping up all the other ingredients for the mix. We're going to have mushrooms, which I actually bought pre-chopped because I'm being a little lazy today. And we've got some thyme, some parsley, some garlic, and an onion. So I'm going to take a minute, chop all that up, and then we'll get things started. Alright, so now that our quinoa is boiling, we'll start one last time. We're going to cover it, turn the heat down to simmer, or low, whichever setting kind of your stove happens to have, and we're going to let that sit for 15 minutes. like using these white non-stick pans. They're ceramic. You don't have to heat them very high, and you don't have to use very much oil when you're doing this. So while this is getting started, I'm going to go ahead and add the beef. This is actually pre-sliced. So all I need to do is add the strips in. Make sure you wash your hands afterwards. Alright, now that that's going and the oil is going, I'm going to salt and pepper the beef just a little bit. And let that do its thing. Next I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. The oil is already started. And set it around a little bit. While it's rolling, we're going to add about 5 cloves of chopped garlic. As you saw, I actually only chopped 1 large piece of elephant garlic, is what it's called. So use a spoon. Here you keep everything moving. Alright, next into this mixture you're going to want to add your onion. Go ahead and let that brown for just a little bit. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. Oh, and I'm making a mess of everything. Alright, just going to check on the beef. Keep that moving around as well. Alright, now that the onion is pretty well on its way, we're going to go ahead. We're going to add the mushrooms. And just keep it moving. Alright, at this point, we're just going to let that saute for a little bit. Alright, now that everything's been sauteing for a little bit, you can finally add just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm going to go ahead and actually add just a splash of lemon juice. It's going to bring out some of the flavors of the mushroom. It's going to give it a nice, light, airy feel. Alright, to this, we're going to go ahead and add all of our quinoa. Go ahead and get in there. Get as much of it out of there as you can. And just start mixing it all together. Go ahead and turn your heat down from high down to more of a medium or a low. For those of you looking for a vegetarian option on this, you can definitely just either double up the mushrooms or add some other veggies to this as you want. Me, I'm a little more of a meat eater, so I kind of need my steak. As you can see, our steak here is pretty well done. I'm going to take that off and cut it up here in a minute. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and add the parsley. Then I've got some fresh thyme here as well. And with that, you just kind of want to rub it between your hands, kind of pull down the stalks a little bit. Thyme goes absolutely wonderfully with mushrooms. It's a great way to add extra flavor to your dishes without actually adding any real major source of calories. or without adding a whole lot of salt. I want to say in this entire recipe I probably use maybe 2 teaspoons of salt for 6 whole servings. So once you got all that together, just mix it all up. I love the extra color that the parsley gives. Go ahead and turn off your heat entirely. And this is good to serve. Now make sure you taste it. Make sure it doesn't need any additional seasoning. As far as this goes, if you want to add just a touch more salt, touch more pepper, or anything like that, feel free to experiment and make it your own. Alright, and here you go. This is the finished dish. Looks absolutely amazing, tastes fantastic. It's healthy for you, but you're going to have to let me go because I need to eat dinner.